Have you ever wondered why, even though you eat healthy, exercise regularly, get enough sleep and drink enough water, your legs seem to be getting weaker? Why do you have to stop halfway up the stairs, breathe a little deeper, rest a little longer to continue? Why does getting up from a chair, something that seems so simple, now make you feel unbalanced and lose confidence? Is it just a normal sign of aging, or is there something secretly making you weaker every day without you even realizing it? The answer may surprise you, because the problem is not what you haven't done, it's what you are doing every day, with absolute faith that it is the right thing to do. There is a mistake that most people over 60 make, a mistake that we do regularly, even with the belief that we are taking care of our health properly. That mistake is fruit. We have been taught since childhood that fruit is good, natural, healthy, and full of nutrients. But there is a truth that almost no one tells you. Not all fruits are suitable for aging bodies. There are fruits that seem harmless, but are silently damaging your legs, joints, and mobility. They cause swelling, inflammation, impair circulation, and make every step heavy and slow. And the scariest thing is, you do not feel it immediately. It comes slowly, like a shadow, until one day, you realize that you are no longer walking as fast, no longer standing as steady as before. But today, you will know, because right after this, I will reveal 7 types of fruit that people over 60 should stay away from if they want to keep their legs healthy and no longer have pain when moving. And you will never look at your fruit plate the same again. Are you ready to know the truth? If you have any doubt about why your legs are getting weaker, stay put. The one piece of information you are about to hear could change the way you eat fruit for the rest of your life. Now, you may be thinking, is fruit bad? I have always eaten fruit every day, and my doctor even advised me to eat more to supplement my vitamins. That's right, fruit is an important source of nutrition. But what was true in the past may not be true for your body today, especially when you are over 60. Your body is different, and fruit, while still natural, can have a negative impact on a body that is changing every day. You need to understand one very important thing. As you age, your circulatory system is no longer as flexible as it used to be. Small capillaries, especially in the legs, become weaker. Blood circulation slows down. Muscles begin to lose strength. Joints become more susceptible to inflammation, reacting to small impacts that previously had no effect at all. In addition, the body's ability to control blood sugar is significantly reduced. Fruits that are naturally high in sugar, which you used to eat without any problems, can now cause a sudden spike in blood sugar. This, over and over again, damages small blood vessels, causing inflammation in the joints and muscles, especially in the legs, the furthest from the heart, where circulation is poor. It doesn't stop there. Some fruits contain natural acids, powerful enzymes, or chemicals that can interact with the medications you're taking, reducing their effectiveness or even causing adverse reactions. And you don't know it, because it all happens silently. There are no obvious signs until you feel your legs getting heavier with each step, more tired after waking up in the morning, more painful after each sitting and standing up. This is when you need to take a look, not to give up fruit, but to understand which ones to eat and which ones to stop. Now let's get to the first list, where the truth begins to sink in. The first fruit, which seems to be a symbol of anti-inflammation, could be the secret source of the pain in your knees all this time. Pineapple, the hidden enemy of knee joints. Pineapple is often praised as a natural superfood with anti-inflammatory properties, thanks to the enzyme bromelain. But few people know that, for the elderly, pineapple can have the opposite effect. First, pineapple contains a high amount of acid, with a digestive system that weakens with age. The acid from pineapple not only irritates the stomach, but also increases inflammation in already damaged joints. Second, pineapple has a high amount of natural sugar. Although not as sweet as candy, it is this sweetness that causes blood sugar to increase rapidly. Each time blood sugar increases, small blood vessels, especially in the legs, are put under pressure over time. This condition hinders circulation, causing the leg muscles to lack oxygen, creating a feeling of heaviness, fatigue, and even swelling after each meal. Not to mention, bromelain, the famous enzyme in pineapple, can interact with anticoagulants, increasing the risk of bleeding or reducing the effectiveness of treatment. Bananas, sweet but make legs swollen and tired. Bananas are associated with the image of providing energy, reducing cramps thanks to their high potassium content. But for the elderly, Bananas are not completely innocent. Bananas have a medium glycemic index, meaning the sugar in bananas will be absorbed quickly, causing blood sugar to spike if eaten when hungry or eaten in large quantities. And as mentioned, those spikes in blood sugar are the underlying cause of inflammation and damage to the legs. Another problem is that bananas cause the body to retain water. For people with a history of high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, or mild kidney failure, water retention can easily lead to swollen ankles, sore knees, and a feeling of heaviness in the legs. If you have ever eaten a banana for breakfast and then felt numb in your legs, making it difficult to move flexibly, it may be a chain reaction you have never noticed. Grapes, small but silently causing arthritis. Grapes are often considered a great snack, compact, easy to eat, good for the heart. But the truth is, grapes contain high levels of fructose, a natural sugar that is metabolized directly in the liver, easily accumulating into fat and uric acid. Uric acid, if not eliminated promptly, will deposit in the joints, especially the big toe, knees and ankles, causing pain, burning and even leading to gout. Not to mention, because grapes are small and easy to eat, you may not realize you have eaten too much. 2 or 3 handfuls of grapes means dozens of grams of sugar entering the blood within minutes. Too much for a body that has reduced ability to regulate blood sugar. If you have ever felt a sharp pain in your knee when going upstairs, or your legs cramp at night after eating grapes, it may not be a coincidence. 4. Watermelon. Sweet but a blood sugar trap. There is no fruit more beloved in the summer than watermelon. It is light, sweet, and full of water, seemingly the perfect gift for the body. But be careful. Watermelon has an extremely high glycemic index. A slice of watermelon can cause blood sugar to spike almost as fast as a piece of cake. As we age, our bodies are no longer able to regulate insulin as effectively as before. Every time blood sugar rises, our knees swell more, our muscles become more tired, and the feeling of not being able to lift my legs after a meal becomes familiar. Worse, because it is cool and easy to eat, watermelon is often consumed in large quantities without control, which is what causes the risk of inflammation to increase silently every day. Oranges. A seemingly healthy breakfast is actually a hidden culprit. Oranges and orange juice are often seen as a symbol of health, immunity, and vitamin C. But like pineapples, oranges contain a lot of citric acid. And acid is something that arthritis joints do not like. If you have joint problems, chronic inflammation, or degeneration, this acid can make the condition worse. Not only that, orange juice, even pure, still contains a significant amount of sugar. When you drink orange juice instead of eating the whole fruit, you lose fiber, causing sugar to be absorbed into the blood more quickly. This further negatively affects blood circulation in the legs, which is already weak in the elderly. If you regularly drink orange juice in the morning and feel discomfort in the hips, stiff joints after sitting for a long time, it is very possible that oranges are contributing to that condition. Green apples. Seemingly gentle but hidden pain. Green apples are popular because they are less sweet than red apples, creating a feeling of dieting and health. However, that tart taste is actually a sign of a substance called malic acid. Malic acid, while natural, can be irritating to weak digestive systems and aging joints. Many people experience mild hip or knee pain a few hours after eating green apples, without suspecting the cause. Green apples also contain sugar. Not much, but enough to cause blood sugar fluctuations if eaten on an empty stomach or in the evening. Nighttime leg cramps and fatigue can be directly related to this. Mango. A summer sweet and a natural sugar bomb. There's nothing sweeter than a piece of ripe, yellow mango. But mangoes are one of the fruits with the highest sugar content. Each piece of mango is a dose of sugar that causes your blood sugar to explode in minutes. In people under 30, the body handles it easily. But over 60, each burst of blood sugar is a silent inflammation in the soft tissues around the knees, hips, and ankles. And you feel it when your feet are numb, stiff, and even feel a burning sensation in your toe. The sweeter the mango, the higher the risk. And because mangoes are soft, easy to eat, and easy to swallow, many people eat them without control, making the condition worse. You've just come across a list that may leave you feeling confused, even disappointed. Fruits that were once beloved, once symbols of health, may actually be the cause of your legs getting weaker every day. But don't think you have to give up fruit completely. The good news is, there are still many types of fruit that are not only safe for people over 60, but also brings special benefits to bones, joints, circulation, and flexibility when moving. The difference lies in the ingredients. Low in sugar, low in acid, rich in natural anti-inflammatory, stabilize blood sugar, and nourish the small blood vessels in the legs. Factors that an aging body really needs. The problem is not whether you eat fruit, it's which fruit you choose. When you choose the right one, every meal will not only bring you a delicious feeling, but also bring you one step closer to recovery, stability, and freedom of movement. So what fruits should you include in your daily diet to support your knees, soothe inflammation, and make your feet feel better every morning? Now let's get to the most important part: 5 healing fruits. True friends of old age. Fruits are not just food, but tools to help you prolong your independence, initiative, and confidence in every step. Berries. Tiny but silent anti-inflammatory warriors. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. All berries have something in common. Low in sugar, high in antioxidants, and especially rich in anthocyanins, a substance that effectively reduces inflammation. Unlike other sweet fruits, berries do not cause a sudden spike in blood sugar, but also help increase blood circulation, reducing stiffness in the calves and knees. Eating a small handful every day can help you feel lighter in the morning, especially if you have chronic arthritis or pain when walking for a long time. 2. Cherries, savior for people with joint pain and gout. Cherry has the ability to reduce uric acid levels, the main cause of gout, sudden joint pain in the toes or ankles. This fruit also contains natural anti-inflammatory substances that help relieve swelling and stiffness after sitting for a long time or when the weather changes. But note, only eat a moderate amount, about 5-10 fruits at a time, for optimal results without excess sugar. Avocado, fruit for bones, joints, and brain. Although many people forget that avocado is a fruit, for people over 60, avocado is a treasure. Avocado contains monounsaturated fat, essential for lubricating joints, reducing friction and inflammation. In addition, avocado also helps stabilize blood sugar, preventing sudden increases and decreases that can affect circulation in the legs. Adding avocado to breakfast, with eggs, oatmeal, or whole wheat bread, will help you start your day gently and steadily. Papaya, soothing to the stomach, gentle on the joints. Papaya contains the enzyme papain, which aids digestion and reduces inflammation naturally. Unlike pineapple with its strong acid, papaya is cool, neutral, easy to digest, and low in sugar. This helps the elderly avoid bloating, not feeling heavy after meals, and reduces joint swelling, pain when sitting for a long time or after waking up. This is a great choice after lunch or in the evening. Pears, sweet, rich in fiber, does not cause blood sugar fluctuations. Pears are a fruit with a moderate natural sweetness, low in acid, rich in soluble fiber that helps stabilize blood sugar and reduce constipation, a common problem in the elderly. In particular, pears do not cause water retention or joint irritation. If eaten in the afternoon with a few almonds or oats, pears help you maintain steady energy without feeling tired legs or sleepy after meal. These are not just suitable fruits, but also silent assistants that help your body adapt intelligently to age. When you choose the right one, every piece of fruit you eat becomes an act of healing. Your feet will start to respond, less painful, lighter, and with each step becoming more And that is the way to eat fruit that is truly suitable for someone who lives each day slowly but deeply. If you've made it this far, I want you to know you're not alone. And more importantly, you still have time to change. We all face aging, days when our legs feel heavier, when it's harder to stand up, and when we feel like we've lost some of the strength we once had. But that doesn't mean you have to accept pain, stiffness, or the fear of falling every time you walk down the stairs. Recovery starts with the little things: a choice you make at mealtime, a piece of fruit you put down instead of bringing to your mouth, a simple but meaningful change. Old age isn't about letting go. It's about understanding your body better and choosing to live smarter. When you eat with intention, your steps become more steady. When you know what works for you now, you'll start to feel your inner strength again. Let every step, every morning, every stand-up not be a worry but a reminder that you are still in control of your life. And now I want to hear from you. What did you learn today? What is the first thing you are willing to change? Share it in the comments, because every story you tell is not just a step forward for you. It is a gift to help others move forward.